Lucian, your ability to try and play around the MF Azir, it can be really nice, but this is going to be about burst ability for BLG. You don't want to... We're feeling pretty good there. It's Beijing nice and loud.
Jackie Love. Oh, he gets knocked up for the crash down. Immediately followed up by Elk. Wow, that forces the flash away. 2 members underneath the tower. And first blood picked up for BLG. Jackie Love just did not see...
This split, and frankly, since he started hoisting these trophies in the league, Grapes.
Yeah, it's been... I think this is like year 6 of Knight just being at the forefront of everything LPL mid lane. It's been... a decade of Knight here, to say the least. As another engage comes through from Jackie Love, forces the cleanse here with that Q, but Kanavi has pads down here, so going to continue the play at least a little bit longer. As Kanavi does have the W and the flash combo to try to gap close here on going forward. The audacious charge lands onto the rail, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but the support's falling. But that's net positive for top esports, as they'll be able to push this wave on in.
It's fed over to Jack.
Bait for Elk because they know that Kanavi is here as well.
This is spotted.
Yeah, the Ardent Blaze already coming through. Kanavi going to be the target. Crash down lands on top of him. He's at forced to flash away at 300 HP. Not a ton of damage to follow things up. And it's just going to be Crisp and Kanavi on the run.
Dropping away.
Waiting for On's next proc of the W. That crowd control does land. And the Feats of Warfare secure for BLG.
Well played by BLG.
I mean, it should mean like a dragon could get secured here for top esports if they are able to play things out well. But for now, it's not looking too good for them, as Bin actually hits level 6. And Crisp could be in some trouble with On the way as well. Dodged away from the stun, but there's just way too much DPS. The Maiden doing some work. And Bin will get on the board as well.
Be favored. And again, like with his composition, I mean, we've seen a lot of this style of comp with MF Sion, your ability to rotate.
Talked about 4 TES in this one, being the Sion, the Misfortune, the Azir. That's where they're going to be at their strongest. But BLG love to skirmish, and they have level 6 on Beishuan right now, which means they can go for the grubs. Another nice engage from On. Kanavi popping the Crescent Guard, looking to try to collapse on a 90. That's to flash away. The bullet time going to come through from Jackie. It does work, and Beishuan will drop as top esports find the fight that they might have been looking for. On going to drop as well. A double killing for Cream is still alive. Charm only landing on a Kanavi. And Jackie Love going to force him away with a full HP bar and some double love. The pressing attack already doing a lot of damage on tonight. And he's forced to pop the W and escape. The flash forward to the cleanse. Jackie Love popping off in the mid lane and getting the kill on tonight.
Steps that Cream still has to make. I mean, they're going to come in international tournaments, right? I just don't think that we've seen Cream have an effective champion pool big enough to compete at the highest level against the diabolical mid laners that LCK always seems to send to international tournaments. You've seen Bin actually get the Maiden back up, but the fact that he hit E, yeah, it means you're kind of stuck on Sion. This could be a Maiden kill. And that's a 2-minute cooldown.
Well, if he needs it.
Yeah.
Not actually using it. Actually looking to go for the fight. Hey, hold on. 369 went back to base.
Kanavi might be in trouble.
We're just leaving Kanavi out to dry here, as Bin still has the flash. He can just follow, maybe
here
with a Q.
Oh,
so
Sion
Kanavi with a little bit of greed here could be in some trouble. They're gonna dash back in onto On. A fully charged top block that is not enough. It's 369 now. It's the flash away. Too much time trying to take down the Maiden, but it could result in the fight beginning. It's a 2v4 set up here for BLG. Into the cage he goes. It's going to be 369 going down. Knight getting the kill. And now Cream's going to get caught up, landing on the charm. The Emperor's Divide only sending Bin back. He dashes away. The culling coming out. Finally, Jackie Love going to be alive, but it's going to be all too late. He gets caught up by the Magnet Storm. And top esports die 1 by 1 by 1.
Top esports, what was that? Why are I don't get why we're sending ourselves in for the Maiden. That was the most valuable Maiden of all time. As Bin sacrifices his wife to kill everyone else on the side of top esports. This is where you're strongest is MF, but the fact that he's trying to get in here, On just one-shots him because he used space well, got his cooldowns back. Bin's down flash. He's probably going down here, but still, there's a lot invested by top esports. What else can BLG get as 4 people are top?
See, this is what you do. You send everybody at the same time to take down Bin.
Yes.
This time he didn't have the Maiden set up for himself, but regardless, you're going to take a nice trade here for top. This is classic Sion gaming. You know, we're chilling.
He knows more than me. That's fine. I do think that there is an opportunity like Ahri Lucian again. If we're not bursty as BLG, there is some potential for top esports to win out on these long fights. Because Rylai's Crystal Scepter, we saw the ability that Talia had to really space things in the last game and how good that was. In this game, really feel like Cream can do the same for his team and trying to really punish like Ahri and Lucian, who are pretty low range when Can't get hit,
we don't have
hit
that.
up the
We don't have that Rylai's yet, which means the collapse
Yeah.
can come through for BLG. They use the Rift Herald to pick up the tower, and they're also going to get a kill on the Crisp. But now Kanavi, he smites away the Herald, make sure that escape route is not in essence. And here comes Knight with the teleport. Going to be a little bit overextended, but there's no numbers right now for top. So BLG going to get out scot-free despite being a little bit out of position.
And a lot of these dragons have been taken on time, too. BLG, once again, on time to this one. Cream has a base and a TP available. He's going to go mid. As BLG, I don't know if they can stick this one. They're trying to let Bin get control of bot, but he's not here.
They got the teleport out of Cream, and he's going to issue some poke on Knight right now. Bin and Beishwan on a flank. A Magnet Storm comes through and lands on a 3 from On. As here goes the fight. Cyclone coming through from Beishwan, doing so much work, but a big shuffle comes through from Cream. It sends 2 members straight to Jackie Love's awaiting arms, and Bin's going to drop in a 1v3 situation. Kanavi taking down Knight. Top Esports has arrived, and they pick up an ace in game number 2.
That was a huge fight. Cream picked up the Rylai's there, and last out, or turrets, I should say, and Grapes. This game just slingshot back in Top Esports' favor.
It seems like we've done a little bit of this in the early game, but this feels, for the first time all series, that Top Esports
early on for that fight, he destroyed it.
And with BLG's main carries being an Ahri and a Lucian versus the Azir MF,
exactly.
you cannot go for these full 5v5s. You have to look for picks, find something before the full fight begins, and this could be a situation where a skirmish could occur, but Bin just gets one shot before Beishwan can do anything about it. On is here, will be able to land a nice crash down, but the bullet time already coming out. On presses the ultimate button a little bit too late, but finally the carries have arrived. It's going to be Night and Elk to try to save this team fight, and they will be able to get the kill on the Jackie 11, 369, forced to run for the hills. Not going to be able to get that decimating smash down, and BLG finally respond.
Yeah, Top Esports a little bit deep there, and I think it's no Cream, no win, frankly. As, yes, the start was great. They took down Bin early on. I just think that Cream is so damn important to Top Esports and their hopes to win these team fights. Fights where Cream is going to be there with the Rylai's versus where he's not are going to be completely different. As On might be looking to try and pressure Cream here with the help of Elk coming in at the TP. If they're able to take down Cream, this would be significant.
The Sun Disc has been set up, but it looks like Top Esports not even looking for that one here. The Shifting Sand's going to send Cream away, and so Chris might just be the sacrifice. He uses Zenith Blade to try to escape. Really nice usage of that cage to try to lock Cream in. Crash down does land. Cream does not have a flash. Cream does not have an ult. Cream does not have a life. 1,000 gold to Bin.
That is significant. Right when it looked like Top Esports were taking control, they overextend on the top side. They take a fight without Cream. Then Cream gets hunted down, overplaying his hand in the side lane. These are the things that Top Esports did so well to get Seed 1, how they played out in sides and played their macro. BLG just punished them on both sides. And now
Kanavi, he's going to try to go for the steal, but a nice delay of the take here. It is going to be a fully charged Q, eaten up by Knight as he dashes straight to his demise. But it is still BLG with the numbers advantage. Jackie Love using the blast cone to try to get away, but Elk is just too strong. 7, 1, and 8 on this Lucian, and it allows for the Otacon and the fight to go BLG's way.
I mean, yes, the Lucian can't really damage the Scion, but it's about getting around the Scion. Who cares? And BLG... this one, there have been a couple questionable plays and moments from Jackie Love. I know that he had one really good play around that grub fight, but, I mean, he's behind. And Elk
also top lane. It's going to be the Dragon going over to Top Esports.
And this is going to be the tricky thing again. That's a really good find by Cream and Kanavi just to get the ult out at Knight. And if Top
Esports, if they are able to control areas of the map here with Cream and Jackie Love.
It's a lot of info.
Maybe catch out Jackie here. Actually, immediately popping the Cyclone, forcing at least a flash, if not more. Jackie Love might just be dead. That's Beishwan getting the kill. A beautiful find for the BLG jungler. Ready as Baron spawned.
Jackie Love didn't burn any sums. I don't think that he lives if he burns them. So at least he holds on, and it's a little bit too early for BLG to look at Baron, but they want more fights.
Another nice engage from On, and the culling will come through. Isolated situations for BLGs where they find success. They find 2 of them right there.
Falling apart at the seams again here, Grapes.
What happened? Things are going so well for Top Esports.
What a greedy base from Jackie Love. Like outside the brush, too.
Yeah. Jackie Love. However, he has been clutch. Even if he finds himself behind in certain games, if he's able to find the right angle, find the right team fight in the late game, it can still be a vintage Jackie Love performance, and we're going to have to see one soon. His Dragon spawning in 3 seconds. It could be the third Infernal Drake here for TES and picking themselves up that Infernal Soul point.
Ooh.
Cream pops the Banshees of Night. That is a big cooldown already utilized here. The Spirit Rush forward. Charm does not connect, but Crisp getting singled out. Crisp was getting called, and Crisp going down to Elk. Beishwan coming through for the Cyclone. Cream uses the Emperor's Divide all too late, as On will collapse upon him, and Kanavi going to go down on the backside. Finally going to get one on tonight. Elk dashing forward on the Jackie Love and will take him down with one more auto attack, but he just will be able to survive at least for a little longer. Elk waiting for a dash to try to keep himself up. The turret doing so much damage. Yard and Blaze not doing any work. But it's going to be Jackie Love surviving, but now the base is in tatters as Bin's able to pick up an inhibitor on the backside of the fight.
And they don't care about the Dragon. They want to use their Baron to keep on pushing as the Maiden gets sent under the turret, but the damage has been done. Bin has secured an inhibitor, and they're looking for more.
Jackie still has his bullet time. They still have 369 as a big beefy frontliner, but it's going to be at least 2 inims going down without that Dragon being picked up. So BLG can retreat right back towards it.
When we get the replay, Elk has just been such a monster in this series so far. Grapes has that infinity edge now as we have grown to know and love in LPL, where the way that he's lanes is just a little bit too damn good for people to deal with. So,
okay, Elk. Here comes the fight that they may have. Oh, he's trying to drift. Not finding the stun, but the Solar Flare will onto Elk. It's going to be Jackie Love finding a big shutdown as a big pick comes through for TES. Kanavi looking to control the play still. He dashes over with the Audacious Charge. Does have the Crescent Guard still to try to knock away one, but now the target's going to be Beishwan instead. He uses the W to get on out, waiting for another engage to come through from Cream, waiting for that shifting stance to come off the cooldown. The bullet time comes up. Beishwan does not have an escape, but Knight on the backside is going to take down Chris. Cream going in at a 2v1 situation, but now Top Esports might have over-indexed a little bit here with Knight still at full HP and still having that charm availability. Dashes forward, not landing it in, but now Cream can go for the play himself, landing a lot of damage with those auto attacks and forcing Knight back to base.
Yeah, that play from Crisp.
With a potential Soul Dragon up in a minute 30. It could be Top Esports coming back into this one, but look at Beishwan. He found a potential flank. He dashes in, finds a knock-up onto Cream. The charm to follow as well. He's forced to go golden early, but he still has that ultimate at his disposal if he needs to use it. It finds 3 members. Kanavi's still massive on the front line, but here comes Bin, and finally the Yorick survived in the team fight that BLG can take control over. Sion's going to have to use the choo-choo train out defensively, and it's just going to be him in a 1v3. 0 chance for Top, as BLG going to take a commanding 2-0 lead in this best of 5. Former teammates going to be 1v1ing each other on that side lane, but it's going to be Bin and Elk to finish the job and send Bilibili gaming the match point.
Elk and On have been too damn big in this series, Grapes, as that one sure as hell looks like a bot gap to me.